Yes, man, this is G Cole from the Raps and Kush Band, and you're locked in right about now to WDNA.org, 88.9 FM. And we're cruising right now on the Reggae Ride with the one and only Flagga Dupes. Don't move a muscle, keep it locked. This is where it's at, you know what I mean?
Say G and Fern, I got another one.
Another one.
Yeah, G and Fern, I got another one.
Another one.
Say G and Fern, I got another one.
Another one.
And G and Fern, I got another one. And it got me so. I miss it so emotional.
So it done, so emotional. Oh yeah, yeah.
And it got me so. I miss it so emotional.
So it done, so emotional. Oh yeah, yeah.
Kiss of my little island that I love. Things done changed and it ain't really what it was. Oh why? I say I'm talking to my thoughts. How hard is it for you and I to show a little love? It's like bloodshed each and every single day. Sometimes it's even start before the breaking of the day. And when night comes, that's when they even start to work. They want to take your pants and take your shoes and take your shirt. But ooh, I pray and I leave it up to Jah.
Leave it up to Jah.
Every man is gonna answer one day, and the sentence will be hard.
Sentence will be hard.
Yes, I cry myself to sleep. I hope for better days.
Hope for better days.
And I pray my soul to keep. I got my pistol just in case. I miss it so emotional.
So it done, so emotional. Oh yeah, yeah.
And it got me so. I miss it so emotional.
So it done, so emotional.
There are anomalies that happen, oh baby, every once upon a time. Like the way my heart was beating on that special night, your pretty eyes met mine. Yeah. The world will never see it, no baby. We're from totally different worlds. Oh yeah. But if only they could feel it, they would understand how much I love you, girl. Sometimes there's no rhyme or reason, no special sign from above. I break your heart, I won't ever cause you pain. Now baby, let's just be those two links, baby, that will form that perfect chain. Yeah. I'm not your daddy's favorite, nah baby, and your mom's no fan of mine. Let's just do our thing and show the world our love can stand the test of time. Whoa, sometimes there's no rhyme or reason, no special sign from above. We're just two imperfect people.
Thanks for tuning in to Reggae Ride. Keep it locked to 88.9 FM, WDNA.
Backpack music.
Oh, yeah. Baby, baby, oh, right above the water, where the ocean meets the shore, on the north coast of Jamaica, lives a girl that I adore. Her name is Ocharius, and I've known her all my life. She loves me, baby, she cares for me, she makes me feel so nice. My travels round the world mean sometimes we're far apart, but you'll always be my girl. You're always in my heart, baby. Guess what I'm gonna do? I'm coming home to you. I know you love me, baby, and I hope you know I'm in love with you. You're always on my mind. What I've come to find, no matter where I am in the world, you know that the sun don't shine like when I'm with you. And this is what we'll do. Let's go horseback riding on the beach in the sunset. Me and you, we can do it all. Climb the river fall, we can do it all. Oh, right above the water, where the ocean meets the shore, on the north coast of Jamaica, lives a girl that I adore. Her name is Ocharius, and I've known her all my life. She loves me, baby, she cares for me, she makes me feel so nice. My travels round the world mean sometimes we're far apart, but you'll always be my girl. You're always in my heart, lady. I'ma let it show. I want the world to know that our love goes deeper than a couple seasons. You watch me grow from a boy to a man. You understand? Let's go strolling on the beach, barefoot in the soft white sand. Let's go dark and cold. Let's just walk the town. Let's go bamboo rafting down the white river till the sun goes down. Let's go sit in the park. Now it's getting dark, baby. Maybe we can chill down a Margarita Village. Yeah. Right above the water, where the ocean meets the shore, on the north coast of Jamaica, lives a girl that I adore. Her name is Ocharius, and I've known her all my life. She loves me, baby, she cares for me, she makes me feel so nice. My travels round the world mean sometimes we're far apart, but you'll always be my baby. You're always in my heart. Right above the water, where the ocean meets the shore, on the north coast of Jamaica, lives a girl that I adore.
88.9 FM. This is your Saturday afternoon reggae ride. The piece is called Ocharius. It's a title track from the album by Mr. G. Cole. Gentleman who's been in this business for about 10 years. This is his second album, and based out of Ocharius originally, now making his home in the South Florida area. And he is our special guest this afternoon in the Reggae Ride studios, and he's a dear friend of the station. He's been here before when we were in our old studios, right? Right,
Yep.
G?
The original studios.
The original studios.
But I'm loving this one, though.
Oh, this is much better, much better. We wouldn't trade this for any of the other ones we've had. Welcome. I haven't seen you in a while, and welcome back to the Reggae Ride. And you came this afternoon bearing gifts and showing off this brand new album, which we've been playing here ever since we got it.
Thank you.
Loaded with lots and lots of goodies here. And congratulations to you, sir.
Thank you very much.
On a wicked album. So tell us what you've been up to since the last time we saw you.
Oh man, since the last album came out, which was 2007.
Yeah.
Because normally, I guess that's the process now. The album drops, and then in about a month or two, then I come to WDNA. You know what I mean?
Love
and
that.
chill out on the Reggae Ride. That's how we're gonna keep doing it. You know.
That's right.
But between then and now, it's been a lot of live shows. You know what I mean? So we've spent a lot of time, I'd say, on the road. A lot of it is South Florida and up the Florida coast. You know what I mean? Getting the material out to the public, because with the first album, we put it out, and then we decide it's kind of like a learning process in between. So you learn, you gather all the stuff, you know what I mean? Perfect the craft, the live performances, the vocal strengths, and so forth. And then we also, you know, kind of use it as a learning mechanism. So now we know what we want to do, and you know how crowd responds to certain things. So we took some time with a lot of live shows. Actually went over with a couple of singles over to Europe and the UK to do some radio promotion, because there were a couple of singles that were gaining some interest over there. So you know, we're spending a lot of time developing the fan base, spreading it out. You know what I mean? So now that we have that kind of intact, so here we are with the new product.
Yeah. Well, that's the crux of everything, especially nowadays. The talent is never an issue for most people.
Right.
The question is, how do you market yourself? How do you promote yourself? How do you get the music out to the masses?
Definitely.
And if that was an easy thing to do, everybody would be doing it. But thankfully, you have a vehicle such as the Reggae Ride, who is familiar with what you've done over the years, know what you're capable of, and so when you've got new material, all you've got to do is just pass it here, and it's going to get out to the Reggae Ride audience for sure.
And thanks so much for that support. It means the world. We appreciate it.
Our pleasure. Our pleasure. You make it easy for us. All we have to do is play it.
and when I say we, I mean we definitely, because it's a team. You know what I mean? Team. You see me most of the time, but it's a team. I'm the logo on the car, you know what I mean? But there's steering wheels, clutch, brakes, and a whole bunch of things.
I like that. I like that. So you're the logo on the car.
I'm just the logo. I'm the emblem. So
your first album that you did, This Music Volume 1, was something that came out about 7 years ago, right?
Yes.
And we featured that on the Reggae Ride. We played it over the years, and when I got wind of the new album, Ocho Rios, I was so thrilled, because I wanted you to follow up on where you left off with that first album. And the piece, tell me about the piece, Ocho Rios, because it's obviously an indication of your affection for your hometown, Ocho Rios.
Absolutely.
And you're singing about Ocho Rios as if you're singing to a lady, as if you're in love.
And I am. Ocho Rios is my girl.
Yeah.
You know, my first love. I tell my wife nowadays that, you know what, you know, kind of on the side. You know, I mean, Ocho Rios is my first love. You know what I mean? But she understands.
Yeah.
She'll make an exception this one time. But Ocho Rios to me is warm, inviting, beautiful, calm, you know what I mean? At times, hectic.
Yeah.
But just a nice, serene, warm, embracing place.
Yeah.
And to me, that's symbolic of a woman.
Yeah.
So that's why I took the you know, metaphorically speaking, just use it as a woman.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I love it when I'm there. When I'm there, I don't want to leave.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It beckons to me when I'm not there to come back.
Yes.
So, you know, all those things are symbolic of a woman. So that's the reason why I kind of took that approach. Strange but true. The rhythm that it's on, called the Thank You rhythm, when I got that, there are a bunch of songs. Jack Cure's on the rhythm, a bunch of other artists, and it was all thank you themed. Everybody's doing their thank you song. So I was trying to do mine too, which I had a nice one, but it wasn't clicking, at least not to me. So I went down, I had some stuff to do in Ocho Rios, and I went down to Ocho Rios and, you know, kind of enjoyed the vibe a little bit too much. And when I came back, I went in the studio. That's what came out. You know, sometimes songs take a long time to write. That was like 10 minutes.
Yeah. Well, you know, over the years, and if you talk to some of the great ones, some of the classics that we enjoy were done in sometimes within a minute or two.
Absolutely.
You know, it's usually the ones that you have to labor over and rewrite. You know, those are the ones that are difficult. But sometimes it comes to you, and you're obviously a very gifted artist.
Thank you.
The type of music that you produce that comes from your soul is not something that you can teach. You just simply have to be born with it.
Right.
And so you can consider yourself gifted for sure, and blessed.
Blessed.
And
absolutely blessed.
And when we interact with artists such as yourself, it just simply gives us hope. In terms of where we want the music to go. You're one of the torch bearers that are taking the music in the right direction. And I'm so proud and pleased with everything that you're doing. And Ocho Rios is emblematic of this album.
It gives it a feel.
Yeah.
It gives it definitely. And that was the goal, because in all honesty, when we started out, and I keep saying again, this is my keyboard player, my musical director, my pianist, flute player, Vinny in the house right now.
Vinny's in the house as well.
You know, so it's a team project.
And speaking of the team, the band is?
Raps and Kush.
Raps and Kush, K-U-S-H.
K-U-S-H, the Raps and Kush band.
Yeah, and I had the pleasure of introducing Raps and Kush at a function a couple months ago.
Ago in Plantation.
And met a lot of the members, and just a harmonious situation with everybody,
yes.
All the members of the band. Have you given a copy of this album to any of the officials down there in Ocho Rios, maybe the mayor of Ocho Rios? Because,
not yet.
Because this should really be a theme song for Ocho Rios. I mean, it's just magnificent, I think.
And that was the goal. Honestly, when we started out, because again, it was going to be an EP, a couple of tracks.
Yeah.
That one was there too. And we were going to call it the EP Ocho Rios. Along the way, other songs came along. My mom passed, had some songs dedicated to her, and it kind of grew into an album.
Yeah.
But that was the goal. But as you know, with Jamaica and the Caribbean and politics and stuff like that, sometimes you have to go out and go make it into something and then take it back there, because the goal is absolutely to take it there. I'm from Ocho Rios. I'm passionate about Ocho Rios.
Yeah.
That's why I keep itemizing those places on there, specifically here, there. You know what I mean? I'd put my address on there, but there's nothing fantastic going on at my house. So that's the only reason I left it off. But, we want to definitely have something, just like whenever you see a Jamaica commercial anywhere, you always hear that Bob Marley, One Love. Yeah. So we want this one for the branding of Ocho Rios.
Well, definitely you should, this should get to the officials down there, because this could be the Ocho Rios anthem for sure.
That's the goal.
And well done.
Thank you.
42 minutes past the hour, we are speaking with Mr. Gregory Cole. We call him G. Cole. In the studio, he's our special guest this afternoon on the Reggae Ride, and talking about his brand new release. The album is called Ocho Rios. And I'm going to feature another track from the album. It happens to be my favorite on the album, and it's called Heart of Gold. You want to tell me about this one?
Oh, yeah. On the album, the thing about this album is it's a very personal one. The album before this was an introduction to more so where I'm from and me and so forth, and just being artistic and creative and having the freedom to do whatever I want to. But this one's a little bit more personal. There's songs on there for mom, there's songs on there for my daughter, there's songs on there for my friends, and there are a couple of songs on there for my wife. This is one of them.
This one is for your wife.
Yeah, I had to do that. When you do something like that, you get cool points for 6 years. So this buys me like 6 years. And then I got to do another one. So, well, but you know what? It's not just because when most people ask about the song Heart of Gold, it says lips so sweet and a heart of gold. People automatically assume that it's a kiss reference, but honestly, it's about what comes out of the lips. You know what I mean? It's like speaking life into somebody, speaking strength into somebody.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's what you need in a significant other. Somebody who like Jackie say, some people don't build great men, they kill great men.
Right.
You want somebody to build you up at all times. So that's kind of what that, like when it says encouragement at all times.
Wow. The piece we're going to feature is called Heart of Gold. It is by G. Cole, our special guest in the Reggae Ride studios this afternoon, and it's from the album Ocho Rios.
Woo, 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 yeah. This is for my baby. I love the way that you woo. And in our times like these, when the world is so cold, you've got lips so sweet and a heart of gold. Sometimes I find myself, I stop and just I stare in your eyes, and then I catch myself and I realize that you're a beacon shining bright in my life. And I just send you to me, so I'm gonna make you my wife. Nothing I wouldn't do for you, baby girl, and that's real. Cause happiness is what I want you to feel. Now call the reverend, we make a move and seal up the deal. Whoa, you got my heart a beat, right out of control, And when you smile at me, I see right to your soul, And in our times like this, when the world is so cold, you've got lips so sweet and a heart of gold. Girl, I future looking very, very sunny and bright. I know sometimes, girl, we fuss and we fight, but then we make up by the end of the night, the night, the night, the night. And anything you want from me, baby, you just say the word. I'll never give you all the things you deserve, but I'ma love you till I die, and that's my word. That's my word. You got my heart a beat, right out of control, out of control. And when you smile at me, I see right to your soul, right to your soul. And in at times like these, when the world is too cold, the world is too cold, you've got lips so sweet and a heart gold. I'll give my loving to you only. It's you and I for the rest of my life, for the rest of my life. And I will never leave you lonely. Said I'ma love you every day and every night. You got my heart a beat, right out of control, out of control. And when you smile at me, I see right to your soul, right to your soul. And in at times like these, when the world is so cold, the world is so cold, you've got a lips so sweet and a heart gold. Sometimes I find myself a stop and just a stare in your eyes, and then I catch myself and I realize that you're a beacon shining bright in my life. And I just send you to me, so I'm gonna make you my wife. Nothing I wouldn't do for you, baby girl, and that's real. Cause happiness is what I want you to feel. Now call the reverend, we make a move and seal up the deal. Whoa. You got my heart a beat, right out of control, out of control. And when you smile at me, I see right to your soul, right to your soul. And in at times like these, when the world is so cold, you've got lips so sweet and a heart gold. You got my heart a beat, right out of control, out of control. And when you smile at me, I see right to your soul, right to your soul. And in at times like these, when the world is so cold, you've got lips so sweet and a heart of gold. Yeah, man.
G. Cole, yes, our special guest in the Reggae Ride studios this afternoon. Music from his album Ocho Rios, and yeah, the group Raps and Kush on board, and just a complete composition, sir.
Thank you.
This one appeals to every segment, every subgenre of the reggae business for sure. And just a solid job on this, and wicked album for
Thank
sure.
I have to big up the ones that, you know what I mean, because like I said, I'm the emblem, but, you know, that's a J-Vibe production from J-Vibe Productions.
Yes.
You know, J-Vibe, it was just a pleasure because a lot of these guys are busy people. And for me to actually get them locked down, Vinny, who, though is Mike Easy and my musical director, he's like as hard to get as somebody who's not there, you know what I mean? Because he's so busy.
And Vinny's in the studio.
And Vinny's in the
right.
studio today, so you know what kind of...
What's happening, Vinny?
Yeah,
What's going on, man?
Hey, good to be here.
Job well done, man.
Thanks, thank you.
It's a very nice album. Now, you came bearing gifts because we're going to give away a copy of this album.
Yes.
So, yeah, so those of you tuning in right now, you might want to cozy on up to your phone, cozy on up to that telephone. We're going to feature another track, and this one is called Old Days. It features Jay Will.
Yes.
Tell us about this one.
All right, this one, Jay Will is the other vocalist in Raps and Kush. Raps and Kush, we have the luxury of having two lead vocalists. Mm-hmm. So this one has Jay Will on there. Jay Will also has a brand new album that's out now. 420 came out, so it's out in the streets. You're going to meet and hear from Jay Will soon.
Yes.
But this is a collaborative effort from the two of us. Primarily when this song came about, to be honest with you, I was trying to get this one to Barris Hammond because I, write for other people and so forth. And J-Vibe and I were sitting down saying, okay, this would be a Barris vibe. But I'll be honest with you, it's kind of like an Indian giver kind of situation where I fell in love with it too. So I was hoping that we wouldn't be able to get it to him, you know, but, and it worked out that way because I started using excuses telling J-Vibe, listen, Barris has Rockaway, you know what I mean, which is similar and so forth. And eventually when I was doing it, I was like, Jay, let's just keep this one. I was like, okay, cool. So it's one of my favorites, you know what I mean, because I'm a fan of the dancehall, not dancehall, the genre. I love the genre, but I'm talking about when dancehall was a place.
Right.
I love that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So this takes me back there, and hopefully takes everybody else there too.
All right. Okay, so we're going to feature this one, Old Days, featuring J. Will. Our special guest is G. Cole. And why don't we take the 10th caller right now? The 10th caller will get a copy of this brand new album, Ocho Rios, by G. Cole, our special guest in the studio. The number to the studio is 305-444-7889. 305-444-7889. Be the 10th caller right now, and we will get a copy over to you. Old days.
None of my friends and family qualify.
None of your friends and family. That's a conflict. That's a conflict of interest. And you can see the lines are already alight. Okay, this one, Old Days, featuring J. Will. Our guest is G. Cole from the album Ocho Rios.
There's a place I know I'd really love to take you, and I'm sure that you would really like it there. I see it still so clearly through my window. There's a joy so sweet I taste it in the air. Boom, boom, yeah. And this place is in my memory. It's a place our kids will never know. Take me back to the old days when days used to nice. People were rocking way back till morning light. Back to the old days, those days I adore. Lovers would hold on tight on the dance floor. Back to the old days. Back in the old days. There's a love that overcomes me. Overcome me, yeah. In everyone that's in the crowd. In the crowd, yeah, yeah. I'll whisper softly to you. Whisper something in your ear. Ain't you hear me though it's loud? Boom, boom, yeah. And this love is in my memory. It's a love our kids will never know. Take me back to the old days when days used to nice. People were rocking way back till morning light. Back to the old days, those days I adore. Lovers would hold on tight on the dance floor. Back to the old days. Come and some walking on the old days. Back in the old days. Hey, yo, hey, remember back in the day when dancehall used to nice. A place to relieve your stress and for all the vibes. Some big sound a play speak and talk to the sky. And when the bassline drop, you see dim the street lights. Roll up and sing and grab a Guinness. Big tune a play beat down the wall, me no business. And keep me eye lock and heart to little Phyllis. Later on after party we got down a Guinness. Yeah, in this place it's in my memory. It's a place
88.9 FM, your Saturday afternoon reggae ride. Yes, Old Days, G. Cole, our special guest in the Reggae Ride studios from his brand new album, Ocho Rios. Not a bad track here. You can just simply put this in the disc and let it ride from track 1 to track 14. All solid pieces.
Thank you.
And yeah, beautifully done, sir.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. You know,
Yes.
big up the Raps and Kush band, the producers, J Vibe, Vinny,
Yeah.
Juna Blender, Shatta from Inbound Productions. You know what I mean? All the production team on there, you know. I can't do it by myself. So thank you so much to everybody and for the band that's out there with me every night. Raps and Kush.
Yes.
Making sure we can bring it to the people the way we recorded
Yes,
it.
yes.
Thank you so much.
Beautiful. And congratulations to Richard down in Kendall, it looks like. Richard's going to get a copy of the album Ocho Rios by our special guest, G. Cole. G, we've got a couple of minutes to go.
Okay.
Anything else that you want to let us know?
Go ahead and check out for everybody out there, like the songs, that there are 2 videos up on
Yeah.
YouTube. When I and Old Days. Old Days is the latest video for just this single we're playing right now.
Right.
You know what I mean? We wanted to recreate the dancehall, so we did that. You know what I mean? We brought in the sound system, we brought in the soup man, the corn man, the jerk chicken man, the peanut man. You know, everybody that's normally there.
Where did you shoot the video?
We actually did this one in Fort Lauderdale.
In Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah.
So the video is out. Tell everyone again where they can go check out the video.
Just go to YouTube and type in G. Cole and the Raps and Kush Band, or just type in G. Cole Old Days, it'll come up.
Okay, good. And tell us again the members of
the band,
Raps and Kush.
On vocals is G. Cole. We have J. Will with a brand new album also called Love Your Life. We have Vinny, musical director on keys, flutes, and a whole triangle, all kinds of stuff. We have Brian Williams and B. Will on drums. We have Joniel Ferguson, Jay Bass, he plays the bass, and we have Kevo Gitz, one of the maddest young guitarists in town, you know, Kevon, that plays guitars for us. So we have a phenomenal team. You know what I mean? Steve Cornix, big up yourself. He's a percussionist, comes through and plays sometime with us.
Yeah, Steve.
Yeah,
we know Steve. Steve is actually a member of the Reggae Ride, and he's a very good percussionist.
He is awesome.
Yeah.
He played on 2 tracks on here too.
Steve is on this album?
Yeah, he played on the 2 acoustic tracks, which is So Emotional.
Wow.
And he played on Hands That Rock the Cradle.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, man.
I did not know that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, you're in good hands. You're surrounded by all kinds of talent. Well, the clock on the wall says it's time for us to get out of here. G.
Right.
Cole, I am glad you came by. Vinny, I'm glad you came by. And you've got to come by again.
Will do.
And we're going to try to work on something to get you doing something here. We got to, when we're surrounded by so much talent and warmth, we got to
share
right?
it.
If you've got the gift, you've got to use it.
We got to
right?
do it. We got to do it.
All right. The album again is called. Where can one get a copy of the album?
Physical copies we're working on Best Buy right now, but for right now they're on the shows. You can actually get physical copies on Amazon.
Okay.
But it's on iTunes, it's on Rhapsody, it's on Google Play, it's on Amazon. All your online retailers.
We might be able to do something for you here at WDNA, and I'll talk to you afterwards.
Absolutely.
All right. In terms of distribution. All righty. Thank you again, sir, for stopping by.
My pleasure, and thank you. Thank you so much.
Oh, my pleasure, Vinny. Thank you as also. All right. So we're going to leave you now with a piece from the album. It's Ocharius is the album. G. Cole is the artist. And I want to remind you again that next week, following the Reggae Ride, the new Caribbean Jazz Rhythms program will debut with Eddie Edwards. Thanks again so much for tuning in the Reggae Ride. Next week, same time, same place. Leave you now with When I from the album Ocharius from our special guest, G. Cole. Till next week, take care of yourselves. Jah guide and Jah protect.
When I'm feeling like I'm feeling, Jaja, you never yet let me down. I say you never yet let me down. When I need him like I need him, Jaja, you never yet let me down. I say you never yet let me down. When I'm feeling like I'm feeling, Jaja, you never yet let me down. I say you never yet let me down. When I need it, like I need it, Jaja, you never yet let me down. I say you never yet let me down. Whenever things get tough, whenever things get hot, I pull a Moses and head up to the mountain top. I fall up on my knees and then I pray non-stop. I send my blessings up, you let your blessings drop. That's what I've always done, what I've always seen, my granny always do. And she taught to me, I'ma teach to mine, my little kings and queens. Whoa, when I'm feeling like I'm feeling, Jaja, you never yet let me down. I say you never yet let me down. When I need him, like I need him, Jaja, you never yet let me down. I say you never yet let me down. Another day goes by, another plot revealed. One on a planting farm, one a rubber steal. One have a hard love story, said he needs a meal. Need to feed him kids, correct.